we were in a prison, they took all of our belongings. I lost all of my collections. I had a lovely rock collection. I had a rare coin collection.
Ooh.
I had a stick collection.
What about shiny things?
No.
Because I think if you have sticky fingers for sticks and rocks, I don't think that will get you in trouble.
True. But they were like people's canes and things.
Oh!
Hey guys, welcome to this YouTube video. Thank you for joining me today. I had so much fun. My name is Rangella Daisy. I'm an artist and animator, and today I'm going to show you the process of this Critical Role animation that I'm doing. Be sure to check out my Instagram and my website. I do commissions over there, so if you want a D&D character, something like that, that would be super fun. Okay, so I am doing animations every month, try to push myself. I'm doing them, D&D themed from D&D podcasts because I think they're so much fun. This week, I chose to do something, or this month, I chose to do something from Critical Role, and I've just started listening to Critical Role. This whole D&D podcast is something that I've kind of just gotten into in this past month. So it's kind of been a journey. It's kind of been like interesting to see where it's taken me and how it's inspired me to animate. I started with the Adventure Zone graduation, and then I tried the second campaign of Critical Role. And it was really interesting. It was a lot of fun to listen to the characters, and I really loved the way that the characters had so much life, and I could really feel the characters. And like I said in my last animation, that's something that I know is good whenever I can see it in my head. And I think it's funny how some people like watching Critical Role, watching the players while they're listening, but I actually like just listening to it because I like envisioning where the characters actually are, what they're doing, and separate it from real life, because I feel like I can really visualize the characters better that way. And I think it's interesting because I know my sister likes to watch them. I like to listen to them because I like to experience it through hearing, and I really like to listen to it while I'm doing my in-betweens for my animation. So I was working on it a lot. I was listening to it a lot while I was working on the in-betweens for this animation and for my other animation for my short film. And it's been a good experience. It's helped me learn a lot. Again, I tried to push the expressions, tried to do something new, I really had fun with this character because she's just a lot different than most other characters that I've done, and I really liked the idea for her. I took lots of inspiration from other fan art. I looked them up, and I took certain inspiration from certain ones. Like from one, I took the nose. I like the way that nose looks, and one I took the ears and the hood, and so I thought it was cool how I was able to combine all of the different fan art that I looked up, and I was able to combine it into my own thing that was still part of the Critical Role campaign. And that was fun. So I think one thing I learned just doing these animations over the past 2 months is that I've learned that I really like of animation. What I like about it is actually doing the characters. I don't really I've been working on this short film for a long time that I've been doing, and doing this has kind of helped me realize that I don't really enjoy script writing. I don't really enjoy the storyboarding. I just really enjoy actually getting down to it and animating the actual characters and focusing on the characters and how they fit into the script and how they fit into the story. And doing this has really helped me be able to realize that, and help me realize where really the fun in animating is coming from for me. And it's helped me really, I feel get in tune with why I love animating in the first place. And it's helped me enjoy it more because I've been able to just do what I love with the story that I love. I really love taking other stories and just infusing it into the animation and creating an animation from it, because whenever I do that, I feel I'm a part of the story more, I'm a part of something bigger. I feel whenever I'm doing a short film, sometimes I feel I'm just this small little piece, or the small little thing, and it's not really going anywhere. But I think that explains why I like fan animation so much, because I feel I'm part of something bigger. I'm part of a whole. This little animation isn't all there is to see. There's so much behind it, and that's what makes it so great. I really loved the way that that I was able to take this character and kind of bring her to life. And I really liked being able to do this because it was very freeing for me. I think sometimes animation can be stressful for people. It can be stressful for me, but doing this helped me realize that the reason I like animation is just because of the characters. You know, and my sister's book is the reason I got into animation. I'm like, I'm gonna animate her entire book. And I feel like that's good to remember sometimes, because for me, the joy in animating isn't actually making the story, it's actually bringing the story to life. And I think that's okay. I think, you know, not everybody has to be a writer or, you know, a storyboarder. You can just be a little part of the puzzle, and, you know, that's okay. That took me a long time to be okay with and to realize. But yeah, it's a good thing to remember. And I feel like listening to D&D podcasts is a good way to explore that for me. I think that what I want to do in the future is just like, I want to keep listening to these D&D podcasts and doing fan animations from them. I have to be honest, like, I'm getting maybe a tiny bit addicted, just a little bit. I admit I'm very new to this. I haven't listened to D&D podcasts before. I play D&D a lot. I have been for like the past 3 years, I think, but like only recently is whenever I've actually gotten into D&D podcasts, and that's actually because I figured I like D&D. This would be a good place for me to find audio to do animations from. And I feel like I was very, like, that's very true. I did find a lot of good ways to do animations from this, because whenever I'm listening to it, I can visualize it, and I have audio very easily there that I can take, and I can be a part of it, and I can make animations from it, and it just makes me so happy. For this animation, I tried to, like I said before, I took reference. I tried not to let the character design take too long, but I really loved the way that I was able to get her nose, get her eyes. And I think the cool thing is whenever you make a character design, now that you've made it, you can easily see the character and everything else that you've listened to, like in the rest of the series and the podcast. I think that's the cool thing about it. And also, I think another thing that's cool is that even though there are canoned character designs for these characters, which I think makes it a lot easier to animate because I already have a base off of, I think it's cool that there's not really like a perfect way to draw her, you know, it's just like how you interpret it. So I think it's cool how there is a canon way to draw it, but also there's lots of room for interpretation, so you don't have to be scared that you're, you know, drawing her wrong. Like, there's a way to draw her wrong. And I think that should be a good reason for, you know, other people to do more fan art. You know, I think I used to think that fan art was kind of like cheap, maybe, you know, that wasn't as good as like original art for some reason. But like, cause, you know, like I'd go to like, you know, there'd just be like tons of, like, I went to like a few conferences, like really small conferences, you know, everything everybody sold was like fan art and like just superhero stuff, and I'm like, fan art is dumb, I want to do original stuff. But I've learned in the past month that actually I think fan animations and fan art is something that I really, really dearly love, and that is something I want to do more of, because if I can do fan animations, it feels like I'm a part of something, you know, it feels like I'm taking this concept and I'm creating something from it. And I feel like that has to do with like, it feeds into, you know, whenever I want to have an animation company and, you know, make my own stuff, I will still be taking it from other people's stories, and, you know, obviously that they've sold to me or whatever, but I'll still be taking from other people's stories and their ideas, and I'll be creating something off of it, something new from it. And I think that's an important thing to remember whenever you're making stories, you're taking inspiration from something else. I think anytime you're making anything, you're taking inspiration from something else. And I think that sometimes that makes me feel like, ugh, you can't create anything original. But most of the time, right now, that makes me feel like this is cool, that you can take ideas from other people and create your own thing off of it. And I think that's really special, because, you know, you're always creating something new, even though you're taking inspiration from somebody else. And yeah, I think this was a good experience for me. It helped me, you know, get a bigger picture. And yeah, if you like this video, be sure to give it a comment, give it a like, be sure to subscribe if you want to see more. I'm going to be doing another, I think, a Critical Role animation at the end of this month. And yeah, be sure to check out my website again if you want to do a D&D commission or whatever. So yeah, see you soon. Bye.